Are we live? I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? My name's Torrance Davis, and I'm the host of the video game Warzone. And
This girl printed out an AI photo
after
of her churning butter, then snuck it into a Cracker Barrel gift shop like it was part of their official merchandise.
Oh my god, babe. Look at this. That looks like you.
it's been a while, mostly due to fishing season, but fishing season is over now. So I'm just checking everything. Okay, good. It's been a while, mostly due to fishing season, but fishing season is over. I'm sorry, now. I'm just checking things out. So, okay, I'm just checking everything. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to catch up. A lot's been going on since the last time we did a show. I think the last time we did a Warzone, it was August. So September, October. It's only been 2 months. That's not too bad. A little over 2 months. But I got a couple of things I wanted to talk about. So since then, what's happened? The Xbox Ali X has been released. Xbox has now published their second game, or is publishing their second game on PlayStation, Halo. Helldivers 2 was a super success on Xbox platform. Xbox announced that they raised the prices on Xbox Game Pass, and also we've seen prices of consoles go up and down, and a lot of the things that I said were going to happen actually happen. I think that there's so much to talk about. As far as gaming goes right now, it's been very stagnant. This has been a very stagnant generation. We have all this power. We have these two perfect consoles. And first party gaming has been pretty stagnant. There's been a few bangers in the past, 6 years, 5 years? But nothing really grand. Like, okay, you got Battle 6 that just came out. Helldivers 2 has been rocking, but there's nothing. I mean, everybody seems to be waiting for GTA 6, which is cool. But Sony's really slowed up on releasing bangers. I guess they just released the next Ghost game, another third-person action adventure, walking slow with a horse and bows and arrows, in a beautiful backdrop. I'm not saying that the game isn't good, but I mean, that is Sony's playbook right there. Third-person action. It's got to have the horses. It's got to have a bow and arrow. It's got to have several scenes where the main character is walking and talking to another character through some lush garden or some lush grass or something. It gets kind of old, for me at least. But let's talk Battlefield 6, because that's just came out this month. Battlefield 6 is it's finally back to where Battlefield used to be. Like, I am so happy with this game. It is, to me, it's the best Battlefield since Battlefield 3 and 4. It's just absolutely amazing. I was on with Ook Funk and his crew the other night, cracking up, wrecking shit, and it's just wonderful. The things that they put in that game, the thought they put into it, and how smooth the engine is, and I got it on my Xbox because I haven't built my new PC yet. I will probably double dip and get it on the PC, but right now it is just on the Xbox, and I'm happy with that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Xbox Series X, PS5 graphics are great. They're great. It's like a mid-tier PC. Definitely not high-end PC, but definitely a mid-tier gaming PC. It plays the games fine. I just didn't want to get Battlefield on the PC right now because this one's going out the door and I'm rebuilding it. Why not wait until I rebuild the PC? But as much as I am a PC gamer through and through, when it comes to streaming, I'd rather stream on my Xbox because I could stream on the Xbox, at least right now, I could stream on the Xbox and not use many resources on my PC. When I'm gaming on the PC, mind you, I only have 16 gigs of RAM. I lost half my RAM because my RAM went bad. So I only have 16 gigs of RAM. So if I'm going to be playing a PC game and streaming with OBS on the same machine, it's going to tax it. So that's why I'm doing most of my stuff in terms of streaming on Xbox. So, great game. Just the other day, they released the Battlefield version of Warzone. It's called DedSec. It's the DedSec update. And of course, I jumped into their Warzone to see how it was, and I fucking hated it because I hate Warzone. Like, if you want to get me to play anything Warzone, it has to be PUBG. That's it. PUBG. That's the only Battle Royale game that I would still play and enjoy. Fuck the Call of Duty one. Fuck the Battlefield one. Battlefield didn't need it. They did it as a money grab because they know gamers love those friggin' those Warzone games. They love the Battlegrounds type games where it's the last man standing. So I didn't think that, like most diehard Battlefield guys, I don't think they needed to add it to the game. I'm not sure if that's gonna keep the Call of Duty players over in the new Battlefield game. I think they're just gonna stay in their Black Ops 7. It is free, but I just don't like it. Trees go to war. Hey, what's up? Oh, you know how much I paid for Battlefield? $43. You know why? I earned all those Xbox points, all those Microsoft points, and I turned them in for $20. So I only spent $43 on it. Shop smart. Yeah, so let's see what else. Let me see. So a lot of people were upset because the ROG Xbox Ally does not play native Xbox games. But it actually does a little bit. So the ROG Xbox Ally X does play the cloud-based Xbox games. Just like every other device out there. Every device can play those. Doesn't play native Xbox games. And I'm fine with that. I mean, really, all it is a Steam Deck with a Windows front end, back end, Windows OS that's been cut down so it runs better. So I'm cool with that. I still haven't got mine yet. But it does play all those games from Steam and the Epic Store and GOG and all that stuff. It'll play the Steam PlayStation games. I shouldn't say PlayStation games. It'll play the Steam Sony games. So the Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, all that stuff you can play on it on the go. So that's pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. Microsoft did announce that they are working on a next-gen premium Xbox, and apparently some news came out that the premium Xbox you won't have to pay to play online. So I guess if you spend $1,000 on this console, they're just gonna let you play online for free. That's the rumor. And also, Xbox did raise prices on Game Pass from $19 to $39. Is that what it was, or $29? It is now $29. So it's $9.99 a month, $14.99 a month, and $29.99 a month for Ultimate. I don't really mind. So here's, and nobody likes when prices going up, especially in the apocalypse that we're living in right now. Nobody likes prices going up. But I'll tell you, the value I get from the Game Pass subscription is so huge that I really didn't mind the price increase. I considered dumbing it down to the $14.99 a month tier, which is the mid tier. That's essential. But I'm like, I'm on Xbox Live every night. It has I can play my entire library that's on Game Pass, all the old games, plus, the stuff that I can play on disc from the old consoles, which I wish Sony did, because I'd still have my PlayStation 5 if I could play my PlayStation 2 games. Oh, that was such a miss for them. That actually pissed me off. I mean, how is it? I know the technical reasons why I couldn't play PS2 games on my Sony PS5. I understand that. But this Xbox Series X plays everything, going all the way back to the first Xbox. If Sony did that, I'd still have it. I'd still have my PS5. So that's just kind of wackadoodle to me. Hold on a second. So that's all I have on Microsoft right now. Oh, I guess they released their numbers today too. Microsoft quarterly earnings report. So I don't have a guest tonight. I had a guest that couldn't make it. Probably next week I'll have a guest. No big deal. We're just catching up. So Microsoft released when consoles allowed physical discs to not work without a download of some games, I jumped ship on console. Was the only thing they had going for them. Yeah, dude, I hear you. I don't blame you for that. So here's Microsoft's quarterly. I have an AI overview of the Microsoft quarterly earnings report that was released today. So Microsoft released its 2026 first quarter earnings report on October 29th, beating analysts estimates of revenue and adjusted earnings per share. The company's intelligent cloud segment, driven by AI and its Azure cloud business, was the primary engine of growth. Despite strong results, the stock price fell in after hours trading, largely due to a forecast and increased spending in AI infrastructure. The quarter also took a $3.1 billion non-cash hit from its investment in OpenAI. So here's the results. Revenue, $77.67 billion, an 18% year-over-year increase, beating the expected $75.33 billion. Okay. $4.13 per share. Adjusted EPS, a 23% year-over-year increase, surpassing the expected $3.67 per share. Net income, $27.7 billion, an increase of 12% year-over-year. AI investment, a $3.1 billion non-cash charge, was incurred in the company's investment in OpenAI, which contributed to the lower GAAP net income. So here's where they break it down. I'm just going to try to get to Xbox. Did they even have anything for Xbox? Oh, they didn't even really talk about... Did they not talk about Xbox? Is Xbox not making any money? I'll just go right to the Microsoft webpage and see it. No, they didn't really put any Xbox. That's they included Xbox in all this, I guess. They used to break the Xbox stuff down. They used to break it out so you could see who made what. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Business highlights. Office 365, LinkedIn, Azure, Windows OEM. Xbox content and services increased 1%, relatively unchanged in constant currency. So they didn't lose any money on Xbox, and they only gained a little. But that's not bad, though. Xbox content and service revenue increased 1%. It probably has to do with Game Pass and also releasing games on PlayStation. So there you go. There's the Microsoft quarter numbers. So there's that. Sony is rumored to be working on the PlayStation 6 with, I think, a 2027. I know Microsoft console is 2027 release. PlayStation 6 between 2027 and 2028. So Microsoft might get the jump on them. A lot of people are worried about the premium price of the next Xbox. I'm not really worried about it because it's they're calling it a hybrid. They're calling it a console that's like a gaming PC. So a super powered console that's like a gaming PC. Which is great for anybody that wants to get a gaming PC but doesn't want to build it and wants a kind of a closed system that they can depend on that's super powerful. So I'm figuring it's going to have at least 32 gigabytes of RAM. DDR5, maybe DDR6. And yeah. So they will be going at it again. But as we know, console wars are they're over. So yeah, DDR6 is to be released in 2027. So I'm thinking that these consoles will have DDR6, especially. Well, maybe the Microsoft one will have DDR6 because it's premium. Who knows? But anyway, so that's that. Couple housekeeping things. As you know, we do have we're monetized now. So you could do super chats. You can do what do they got? They got super chats. Super chats, super stickers, super thanks. There's also memberships. I might lower the membership price though. I think the membership price is $4.99 for membership, and I just created all this stuff recently, but I think what I'm gonna do is I have all the membership levels. There's supposed to be a page for this. So you get loyalty badges, emojis, priority reply to comments, member shoutouts, discounted merchandise. As when I'm that's the one other thing I need to do is build the shop for the merch, and you can have all that stuff. And yeah, so if you want to, I'm also thinking about. I'm trying to think. This is a weird situation because I'm trying to think of other stuff to give the members. I'm still working on that, but merch is a big thing. And you'll get discounts on merch if you're a member, things like that. But I haven't figured all that out yet because I'm still working on the merch. But things are alive. Shout out to Daniel Lawson, who gave us our first super thanks or super chat last week. That was pretty cool. So if y'all want to do that, jump in. What else? What else? Just went to New York the other day for the National Association of Broadcasters conference. That was fun. Didn't think I was going to go this year, but I ended up going anyway. And what else? I think that's it for catching up. We are now, so we're pretty much the end of October. 2 months from now, I will be at the CES again for the third time in a row since taking my CES break, so I'm pretty excited about that. Hoping to change it up a little bit this year and be really focused on what I want to cover. It's really hard because right now, with all the subscribers that I have, I'm literally getting stuff thrown at me for review. I mean, I'm getting a lot of stuff thrown at me for review. So I have to find time to do all this shit. And it's not that I don't like it. I love it. But I got to find time to do it. And, you know, you got to shoot the video. You got to do, sometimes you got to, you know, I do an outline of what I want to talk about. There's a certain thing I'm reviewing right now that requires a lot of B-roll footage for me to capture, and I'm still not done. But there's a lot of stuff going on with, I thought you quit Warzone. Where you been, dude? Who Big T, you got my, how do you have my name? Big T 72 GMC. You thought I quit because I haven't done a show in 2 months? No, I didn't quit again. I just took a little break. I had to finish up the fishing season. So I figured, you know what? Let me finish up this fishing season, do the rest of these things. It's tiring. I'm a 55-year-old man, and I'm literally on the go every weekend. I wake up at around 3 o'clock on Saturday, and I load my kayak the previous night. I wake up at 3 o'clock on Saturday. I drive. I fish for 8 hours straight, then load my kayak back up, and then drive home. Hey, it's Cyber Dude. Why you change your name? Why do you change your name, Cyber Dude? So it is a task. And then after all that's done, after fishing for an entire day, I come home, I eat, I go to sleep, and I wake up and I go fun fishing with my friend. So my weekends are just chewed up every weekend. Fish, 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 fish. So I got to, and I always get burnout at the end of the season. I get tournament burnout at the end of the season. I just want it to be over with. So I was glad to finish up the tournaments this season. I'm starting my own trail next season. So I'm going to be just as busy next season with my own trail. But that's not until May of next year. But now that the fishing season's over, winter's coming in, and it's comfort food season, and I can sit back and do all this. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal, Cyber Dude. But yeah, I'm still here. I was just explaining that we are monetized and we have memberships and super chats and all that stuff right now, and all that stuff. And I'm still working on some other stuff. I haven't had time to get my merch done, but I'm going to get my merch made. We're going to bring back the classic shut the fuck up and play hats and things like that. So that's going to be cool. What else? What else is there? Since it is winter, I'll be beating some more games. I'm going to grab my Mass Effect 3 disc and beat Mass Effect 3 finally. So that's going to be going in there. And I want the original ending because I want to see why everybody was pissed off. So hopefully I'll get the original ending. I also recently found out about this game called Arc Raiders, which is fucking dope. Yep, I've been busy with other shit. Yep. Lots of reviews, lots of videos. And plus I got a new job. So there's that. So I got a new job. My new job started imagine this. My new job started in June. Still waiting for you to beat Demon Souls. No, that's done. I sold Demon Souls with my PlayStation 5. So done. I don't even care if they don't put Demon Souls on the PC. I'm not even. It's too much. It's too much. I have accepted who I am as a gamer. I don't want to play games that take fucking 30, 40 hours to beat. I don't want to play a game that sends me all the way back to the beginning when I die on a boss. I don't have time for that. There's too much other cool stuff going on. So I have 3 games in rotation now. Titanfall 2, which is almost every night. Helldivers 2. Battlefield 6. That's my rotation right now. And I'm pretty much going to throw Arc Raiders in there too. If you guys haven't seen Arc Raiders, it is fucking amazing. Another new job. I thought you started a new job not that long ago. No, this is the job. I started in June 6th. I'm sorry, June 2nd. June 2nd of this year, I started this new job. But that new job has required me to spend more time doing stuff and refocusing and learning a new job. Because even though I'm not in IT anymore, I'm still doing IT stuff. I'm a coordinator now. So and I'm not climbing in and out of trucks all day and installing computers and tracking systems and doing all that stuff. I'm sitting at a desk all day. I'm sitting at a desk for 8 hours. It's crazy. No, I mean, they still see me as the IT guy, but I have to tell them, like, I'm not the IT guy. I'm the coordinator. I coordinate. Okay? I got 4 weeks vacation now. So I got 3 weeks vacation, and at my company, you're allowed to buy a week of vacation. So I have 4 weeks vacation for next year. It's just, my whole life has changed with this new job. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy. More money. It's a real, I finally have a real career, and I'm not doing the bullshit contracting anymore, bullshit IT. It's a real job, a real career where I'm making a real difference. It's beautiful. So I've been doing that. It's the real D-White, motherfuckers. What's up? Finally caught your ass live. LOL. Damn, 4 weeks, nice. Yeah, it's about time. I had 8 days before this with my contractor for like the last 5 years. I get into certain moods for certain types of games. Like, I might be in the mood for an RPG games, in the mood for... How old are you, Cyber Dude? When you get my age, you're going to be in the mood for a quick fix, and that's it. I need a quick fix. That's why we play Titanfall every night. And I play all these first-person shooters. I can dive into, like... 12 to 15 hour game over the winter. That's why I'm going to play Mass Effect 3. But I like real quick experiences. I don't like, oh look, I got the new Witcher game. That's 139 hours of my life. You know, I just can't conceptualize spending that much time playing a fucking game. I hate to say that it's a waste of time, but I don't even really watch TV anymore. I watch YouTube. I like watching real people doing real things. I canceled my Disney. I canceled my Hulu. Probably gonna cancel my HBO. I'm probably keep Netflix. I don't know. I'm up in the air about Netflix. And I have Amazon by default. So I don't watch that much TV. You know, I watch Reacher and Invincible and The Boys, and I don't have anything else. Like, I recently finished Alien on Hulu. Maybe when the second season comes out, I'll get it just to watch the second season. But you know, I'm sometimes the same way as you are now. Yeah, because you're getting old. That's what happens. Yeah, real D White knows. Oh shit! You wake up and something's hurting, and you're like, "What the fuck?" You know, why am I tired? Why can't I get out of bed? You know? Smacked ab. LOL, that's the truth. At this point, I'm pushing back games by the season or making plans to play games like 2 years from now. There's just no time. Even series can't keep focused on, like, yes. Like, what was I watching? I was like, they announced the new Game of Thrones series. I'm like, I'm not watching that. Why? Why do I want to get invested in another series that's going to be going on for the next 5 or 6 years? No. Yeah. Invincible removed the reverse rape scene. What are you talking about? What reverse rape? What? Daniel just said they removed the reverse rape scene. Was that something that was in the comic? So I guess a woman raped a dude. I get, you know how YouTubers always cut out the word rape? I guess I should be cutting that out or changing it to grape. So I don't get demonetized. So dumb. Look, okay, yeah, something in the comic. Yeah, I'm not really maybe I'll look it up. Maybe I'll go. Actually, let's Google it now. Invincible rape scene. Oh, that's number 110. What? Oh man, this is spoiling things for me. Wait, isn't this the other woman from his home planet? Stop spoiling, Daniel. Stop spoiling it. I should have never looked at this. But because me and my fucking dirty mind, I had to see it. Well, you get the idea. So they're fighting, and she grabs his nards, takes off his clothes. How are you gonna fight against that? That's crazy. Yeah, of course they're gonna cut that out. Why? Why would they? Tora, I just now noticed how it looks like you have a black eye. Right here. It's because I have eczema around my eye. It comes around every year. So, do I have a black eye because I'm a black person? No, that's the eczema around my eye. It's this eye, right? Is this the one you're talking about? It's kind of dark from me rubbing it all the goddamn time. It's not a spoiler, it's a spoiler. Because I was going to read, when I turned to 82, I was going to read the comic, Daniel. You fucked it all up for me. What else is there? I don't know if you guys have been watching the, is that a black thing? Eczema? You never heard of eczema before? It happens to white people too. It's a itchy rash. I used to get it right here, but I don't get it there anymore. And I used to get it right here. I don't get it here anymore. It moves around. So there you go. There's something I told you about me on the show that you didn't know. Where was I? I think that's it. Yeah, I don't think I have. If you guys have been if you haven't seen the Davis Dailies, go watch the Davis Daily about the BitBoy that I bought. It emulates everything. It even has Dreamcast and PlayStation emulation on it. It's pretty sick. I thought black don't crack. It does crack. No, dude, eczema is a normal thing. All humans get it. I think that's it that I have for catch up. I do have a special guest lined up for next week, which I think you guys will enjoy. I want that Korean. Oh, hey, it's Matt. What's up, dude? So let me tell you about that K-pop place. Okay, K-pop. At least if you look at all the locations in the United States, they're all in like New York. They're in New York. Oh, wait, where is it? I'm gonna do this right here. Go to K-pop locations. So when you look at the map, why won't it let me zoom out? There we go. Okay. What was it? I got a K-pop story for you. So, every K-pop, there's like 2 in California, right? There's a few out in the West Coast, but the majority of the K-pop places are all in the Northeast, but there's none in Massachusetts. So, hey, Daniel tipped me $10. Thanks, Daniel. You the fucking man. And buy a drink. Daniel, that's hey, if Daniel's gonna tip every week, man. Maybe I should do a tip and be saved from Batman program. If you tip me, you won't get Batman. But the it's like Northeast, right? It's all the way up in the Northeast. So they got them in Maryland, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, a fuck ton in New York, a couple in Connecticut, and they're opening them in Massachusetts. So last year, after I went to the show, I went to K-Pot for the first time. Fucking loved it. So even though I went for the National Association of Broadcasters conference, I had to meet a couple people. I really went for the K-Pot. I mean, I'm like, but they're opening a K-Pot right near my job, which is about 4 miles from here. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It is a wrap. I'll be going there at least once a week. I went to one a few weeks ago here in Arizona. Yes, they're fucking dope, right? They're dope. Like, I already like Korean barbecue and I like hot pot. To put them both together, it's genius. That's interesting. I want to go to a Korean steakhouse here in Tucson for my birthday. Oh, I forgot. What's your birthday, man? I forgot. I'm still trying to get you out here. You know your E3 trips were mostly about getting the grub on. Yes, yes. So, for all you guys who don't know who Matt is, Matt's been with me since the beginning. Matt was one of the first editors I hired for Video Game Time back in 1994. I think I told the story about how I went into software, etc., and he was working there, and I was working on the magazine, and I didn't have a Jaguar section. And we were talking. He said he had an Atari Jaguar. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, that's cool. You got a Jaguar. What the fuck? I don't know anybody that went out and bought that. And then I went home, and I'm working on the magazine. I'm like, I can get that dude to do the Jaguar section. And I think I called your boss at Software Etc. and have him give you my info. And before you knew it, Matt was writing all the Jaguar reviews and articles for that magazine. And then we became good friends. Like, really good friends. We've been through some shit. Like, all of those dope E3s that I went to, that I've been telling you guys about for years, Matt was there. Matt was there for all of those. So, yeah, Matt's got some history. Were you present when Perry was throwing those pencils at the Nintendo girl? Or I can't remember if you were there with us when that happened or if you were somewhere else. My cousin, Perry, who was the senior editor who started all this with me, he passed in October 28th. He passed back in 2017. And he started this with us. No, not the Atlanta. Well, we went to the Atlanta E3s and the LA E3s. Mind you, LA was 2 hours from where we lived. We were in San Diego, so we would just get in the car and drive up there. But my cousin, he had this thing where he didn't really have it. He'd get pissed off at video games. It says, I didn't witness the pencil incident or him knocking papers off the counter at the airport. So if you pissed off Perry or you impeded his journey in any way, he would explode. And it wouldn't be like he would like touch you or anything or put hands on you. He's flying in for E3. They delay his flight till, I think they delayed it till the next day. He was furious. And you know how on the baggage counter or whatever, they have all those pamphlets and stuff? So he's yelling at the lady. And apparently he took his hand and he just walked across the counter and knocked all those pamphlets off on the floor and walked away because he was so pissed. And then so the way Nintendo did their booth back then is, even though we were press, you go in one way and you go through the whole event and then you come out of the exit. Well, Perry forgot to get his hat or something. He forgot to, because they had this little passport book where you had to go to all the games and get your passport stamped. And then when you got your passport stamped, they give you a hat. He forgot to grab his Nintendo hat. So he tried to go, and again, I walked through the exit and nobody said anything to me. So I turn around and the girl stopped Perry. So I walk back and I'm like, We just want to go back in and just pick up the hat. He already filled out the whole passport book. She's like, no, you got to go through the whole thing again. You got to go through the front. I'm like, we're with the press. Can't we just run back there and get the fuck? He's like, I can't get the fucking out of this bullshit. I'm not going through this whole thing again, right? So we had the little passport book, and we had those little golf pencils, those miniature golf pencils. So he starts throwing the pencils at her, right? And I'm like, Perry, what are you doing? They're going to kick us out of E3. Like, what are you doing? And he's throwing them at her, and he's cussing her out. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, let's go. Let's get out of here. We didn't go back to Nintendo's booth that whole to the rest of that trip. But I mean, they were such tiny pencils. It's not like they hurt or anything. But Perry used to get pissed, and he used to say, nobody ever questions you because you're so big. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't believe that's true, Perry. I mean, yes, I walked into the exit and she didn't stop me. Maybe she didn't see me. So then, like every year at E3, we'd get invited to all these parties. The number one party that you wanted to go to was the Sega party. Period. Hands down, Sega had the best parties. Until Sony started doing their thing, Sega had the best parties. And if Sony and Sega didn't just have console wars, they used to have E3 party wars. So you wanted to go to both their parties. But occasionally other companies would have parties, but we'd always find out about them. And Matt says, you definitely have a different attitude than Perry. Maybe, but here's what happened. So we left the convention center for the day, and we noticed that Electronic Arts was having a party in like the parking area. Like nobody knew about this. And they had dudes from ESPN. Was it Electronic Arts or was it ESPN? I think it was ESPN. It was ESPN. Because that was when ESPN was releasing sports games under their name. So dude from ESPN was there, and it was me, Matt. Was this Atlanta? Because Bub was there with us, I think. Yeah, Bubba was there. This was Atlanta. So we see it. I'm like, oh my God, there's a party right there. Let's go. So we walked over, and I just walked in. I walked past the check-in. I walked past everybody. I walk in. I grab a beer, and I sit down, and I start drinking the beer. And I turn around. Everybody in the party is stuck at the check-in. Everybody. So Perry's like, you let him in. Why didn't you let us in? I don't get it. What's going on, right? So I walk back. They didn't let nobody in. They didn't let Matt in. They didn't let anybody else in. So I walk back to the check-in, right? And I'm like, hey, what's going on? He's like, yeah, you guys got to be on the list. And I'm like, oh, I said, we're with Video Game Time. His business card, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we're with the press. And he's like, oh, okay. So he got us all checked in, and then we all ended up going into the party. But it was just hilarious because, and Perry again, see, they didn't say shit to you because you're so fucking big, right? And I'm like, no, Perry, I walk in like I own the place. That's all. Like I'm supposed to be there. That's why they didn't say anything. And yeah, maybe since it was ESPN, my size had something to do with it. Maybe they thought I was like some pro football player or something. Matt says, that was Atlanta. I think Craig Kilborn and another announcer. Yes. The main guy from ESPN was there because I remember when Bub was freaking out when he saw him, and he went to talk. He went and had a conversation with him. It was pretty cool, though. So we crashed that party. The best one in Atlanta, I think, was Home Media. Home Media. No, Home Media was in L.A. Did they have Home Media in Atlanta? I don't remember Home Media in Atlanta. Home Media was always in L.A. because we used to get the limo. So what Matt's talking about is Home Media. That name's not going to mean anything to anybody in the world except Daniel Batman, motherfucker. That's not going to mean anything to anybody because nobody knows what the fuck Home Media is. Home Media was this organization that would have this luncheon at E3 every year, and they'd have all these companies come in, and then they would invite press to come out and see all the companies' products and eat lunch. So the first time we went to Home Media, it was some fancy spot in Atlanta where they brought out, but no, they did it in LA, and they also, no, you're right. You know where, the first Home Media we went to? It was in Vegas. I remember it was in Vegas. So yeah, so they were going wherever the press was. You're right. And here's the cool thing about Home Media is when you got invited to Home Media, they'd pick you up from the convention center in a limousine, drive you to the event, and you go in the event. And they have all these companies and electronics and stuff. I'm looking at my other screen. That's why you see me looking there. They have all these companies and stuff. But the reason we went to Home Media was for the all-you-can-eat buffet. Because they had fucking shrimp and steak and pasta. And when you paid money for the hotel and you flew all the way out to Atlanta or Vegas or anything, we were on a tight budget. We weren't rich back then, so getting free food was the shit. I still have my canvas bag from that E3. You still have it. So we'd go and we'd kill it. And we're like, holy shit, that was dope. We need to make sure we go to Home Media every year. So every year that Home Media had an event, we got excited about it. And we got in the limo, we went, we ate all their food. Now Matt's talking about intercepting that shrimp as it's coming out the door. So they had this huge plate of shrimp that they kept filling up. And as soon as it came out of the door to the kitchen, we were on it. We were on top. We were on top of it. Yes, he's right. We didn't care about any vendors or products. We were there for lunch. And then once we got full, we may do a walk around and check out the products and stuff, but that was it. Home Media was the shit. Free limo rides every year. And for us, like during this time, I was 28, 27, 28 when we went to Atlanta. Matt was like, what, 23? So we were young, so getting stuff like that was amazing. That was amazing. Free food, what? Free alcohol? This is cool. So yeah, there's some history for it. Perry Mercer. Rest in peace, Perry Mercer, man. I still find myself laughing at stuff he's done. A couple times a week I think about Perry and I just start busting out laughing. Oh my God. That motel we stayed at oh yeah. So Matt's got stories. So we went to Atlanta. So Atlanta was so many things that happened in Atlanta. So me and Matt drove from San Diego. What was the car that you drove out? We drove from San Diego to Arizona to my cousin's house. And I think we stayed one night, and then we took a plane from his house to Atlanta for E3. And we had picked this hotel out. Like, we didn't have internet back then like we do now. So finding a hotel in Atlanta was kind of weird. I mean, we had internet, but it wasn't like it was today. You didn't have, all the sites and hotels.com and things like that. So I found this hotel, Nissan Pulsar. So we drove the Nissan Pulsar out to, it was like an 8-hour drive to Arizona. We were listening to Craig Mack and Old Dirty Bastard and Wu-Tang, had a good time. So we drive out to Perry's, we go to E3, and we come out of the airport and we get in the taxi cab. The first thing the taxi cab driver says to us, "I hope you're not going to Cleveland Ave because I ain't taking you up there." We're like, what? Like, let me check this address. Dude, I didn't realize. So the other day I was on Facebook and I was talking to my girlfriend and, we were talking about when her parents died, and she asked me when Perry died. And I was like, I don't know. I can't remember. Like, I don't remember death dates. So I'm looking through, this is yesterday. So I'm looking through Facebook and I find a post from his sister that it was a year ago today when he died, and this post was back in October of 2018. And I'm like, holy shit, he died today, October 28th. Didn't realize it. Didn't realize it. Yeah. So and I got a little emotional. I got to tell you. I mean, and I think about Perry all the time, Every time I see a kung fu movie that I know he hasn't seen or anything like that. But anyway, so the dude, he didn't want to take us to a certain place because we're in Atlanta and there's dangerous spots. So our hotel wasn't there, but we went in our hotel. We got there and we walk in this hotel and the check-in has like a plexiglass little window in front of it. And wasn't there a security guard there too? I think there was a security guard too and a plexiglass window. And I'm like, why do they have a plexiglass window? This ain't a bank. I don't get it. You know, we're all looking around. We ain't never been to Atlanta before. So we go into our hotel room. Hotel room had handprints on the wall. It was dungy. It was dirty. And I'm like, nobody wanted to stay there. Like, we didn't feel safe there. Handprints on the wall. What does that mean? Did somebody get arrested? Was some girl getting her boots knocked up on the wall? I'm like, well, yeah. The security guard was stumbling around coming out of the garage. So they got that. They got the plexiglass. They got a dirty hotel room with handprints on the wall. We immediately found another hotel. Found another hotel that was much nicer in a different area, and we left. We checked out. We didn't even we're not staying here. We got another hotel. The innkeeper tossed him the keys, and he didn't even react as they bounced off him. Oh, there was bullet holes in the wall too. Yes, there was bullet holes. So there was handprint and bullet holes in the wall. It was straight out of a video game. So we left, and we got 2 rooms at this other hotel that was much nicer. And did we stay one night? Are you sure we didn't leave that night? It was probably more traumatizing for you than it was for me. So, yes. So, anyway, might as well continue going on with this story. So, we do E3. E3's dope. E3, Sony is having this banging party in this parking lot. And I can't remember the band that they had there. I'm sure Matt will remember. He said, ambulance is going by. I remember so clearly that taxi driver said, if you go around the corner after dark, you'll see some shit you've never seen before. I wanted to know what that really meant. Oh my God. Yeah. Dude, like that. I remember that first night we were all kind of nervous. Like, what did we get ourselves into? So anyway, this was the same trip. Like, so that happened. Then we go to Sony's party. It was probably the best party Sony has ever had. We go down, they rent out an entire parking lot, a parking garage. We go in there, right away I'm drinking beer, I'm eating shrimp, and eat whatever little sandwiches. I think we smoked cigars too. And then because it was open bar and I didn't know shit about alcohol, and at this point I had never been drunk in my life. I was 28 years old. And it was me, Matt, Perry, Bubba, and who was the other guy that was with us? We went to the Piggly Wiggly the next day, rented a car to store our belongings in. Yes, I forgot about the car rental. Because they had the really nice girl, the Southern Hospitality treated us really good. Yeah, we rented a car, put our stuff in there. We went to Piggly Wiggly. That also had armed guards walking all over the place. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is this? I'd never seen anything like it. So, yeah, we did all that. We got to the new hotel. We went to E3. And then we went to Sony's party. And I'm just drinking because it's an open bar where me and Bub are drinking. I think Matt may have had one drink that night. His cousin Jeff was there. And we ended up finishing, we were having vodka and orange juice. No, we were having rum and Coke. We were having rum and Coke, drinking rum and Coke because that was my drink back then. And we finished that. So I said, what else you got? We started having screwdrivers, right? Fucking oranges. I did not know that you're not supposed to mix alcohol. I didn't know this. I'd never been drunk before. I was inexperienced. I was 28 years old. So me and Bub are doing like the drinking game to see who can drink more. And so I'm actually drinking the drinks, and he gets to a point where he knows because he's been drunk already, and he's pouring the drinks on the floor, making me think he's drinking them just so I can get fucked up. So I was fine, right? And then somebody asked me to stand up. Tried standing up, and then it hit me. And I got emotional. I was like, why'd you guys let me get drunk? And I was going through all this shit. I was pissed off. I'm like, I was never supposed to get drunk. You've ruined my record. And all this other stuff. And apparently we had drank a whole bottle of vodka that night. He said there's no more, you drink it all. So we left, and I think I've told this story before. When you go out, you're supposed to get a PlayStation hat and a PlayStation bag. I don't remember any of it. I blacked out. I don't remember. I remember walking toward the stairs where you're supposed to get the hat. Next thing I know, we're out in the street, leaving the party, and apparently I cussed out a couple PR ladies from Virgin for never sending us games. Me and Bub were holding each other out in the middle of the street, almost got hit by a car. We went home that night. I was really sick. I couldn't believe what I was feeling. And I was trying to throw up, and Perry came in the bathroom, and he slapped the middle of my back, and I started throwing up like it was The Exorcist. So I threw everything up, and then I got in bed, went to sleep, and apparently Bub got so drunk, he was in bed, he turned on his side, and he threw up into the bucket next to his bed. We both could have died that night. We both could have died. So anyway, so I wake up the next day. Never been drunk, never been hungover. So I wake up the next day. I feel really weird. I feel really thirsty. So I go. There was barf on the bedspread too. Yeah. He on Bub's, right? Because I think me and Perry were in the same room, and you were there. You were down with Bub. Bub was so fucked up the next morning. He wasn't. I'm like, Bub, how could you not go to E3? Like, meanwhile, I drink water first thing in the morning when I wake up. You're not supposed to drink water. You're supposed to drink alcohol, I guess. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm steady. I'm not going to eat. And I go. The previous day, my contact at 20th Century Fox told me I can meet Gillian Anderson in the 20th Century Fox booth. I can meet her personally before everybody else. Before she does the autograph signing. I'm like, okay, that'll be dope. So I set a time. So I go to the show, and I'm like, okay, I'll come back and I'll meet Gillian Anderson, but I'm going to go to the press room because I'm not feeling right. So I go to the press room. Press room's got this nice big black leather couch, and I go and I lie down. And I'm just lying across on this press couch because I'm like, what the fuck am I going through right now? I have a show. I got people to meet. I got stories to write. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to forget all the morning appointments. I'm going to get up at around 11 so I can go meet Gillian Anderson personally. personally meet Gillian. This is when X-Files was hot. And Gillian Anderson was a crush. Okay? I'm like, I'm going to be in a small room with her and I'm going to meet her. This is going to be so cool. So, and I had met the other girl from Deep Space Nine there. So I was like, man, this is great. So I'm like, oh, but I feel like shit. But I'm going to do this. So I get up off the couch. I go in the bathroom. And this had already happened. I think this happened once in the morning. When you've thrown up so much, those of you that have been really drunk know this, and there's nothing left but bile in your stomach, when you go to throw up, your stomach pushes all the way back to your spine just to get a teeny bit of bile out of your mouth. It was the worst experience I'd ever had. I'm like, there's nothing left to throw up, yet I'm going through the motions and this green bile's coming out of my mouth. What the fuck? So I throw up one more time, wash my hands, clean up, and I head to the show floor. So I go to the 20th Century Fox booth and meet my contact. And he's like, oh, we're getting ready to do the autographs now. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I missed the opportunity. Yeah, Nana Visitor. You remembered. Yes. Nana Visitor. She was my other crush from Deep Space Nine. I got to meet her. I told her she was my crush. She cracked up. So anyway, I didn't get to meet Gillian Anderson on a one versus one, but I waited in line with Matt and met her and said hi, and then that was it. And I figured I'm going to go meet all my contacts and do all the things I was supposed to do today. I'm going to move slow. I'm going to talk low. So I moved around the convention center. I made all the rest of my appointments, and sometime in the afternoon, yeah, I remember you got an autograph. Yep. Gillian Anderson and Clyde Drexler. Yep. Do you still have it? And have you seen Gillian Anderson on Sex Education on Netflix? She's still fucking... She's even hotter as an older woman. She's even hotter as an older woman. But anyway, at one point, I decided I need to try to get something in my stomach. Some booth was giving out free popcorn. I took it, and I took one kernel, and I was able to eat and hold the food down. And then later that night, we went to a diner and got some food. So that was, but that wasn't the end of the adventure. So after E3, we flew back to Arizona, and me and Matt got in his Nissan Pulsar and started driving the 8-hour trip back to San Diego. And in the middle of the night, his car broke down. And we pulled into some podunk gas station that looked like something out of some type of a horror movie or sci-fi flick. And we had to call his grandfather to come pick us up. I'll never forget it. I'll never, ever forget that trip. But yeah, that was E3 with Matt. So yeah, Matt, damn Matt, we've been rolling literally, dude. If you think about it, we met, I'd say 1994, right? I'd say 1994. This was after getting repairs done while we were in Phoenix too. Yes, that's right. I forgot you got the repairs while we were in Phoenix. And the repair shop fucked it up, and and your grandfather had to send it back to him. But so 1994, basically 1995 to 2005 was 10 years. Dude, this is 30 years. This is 30 fucking years. We've known each other for 30 years, Matt. Isn't that crazy? And we still haven't played Fire Pro since I left San Diego. Anyway, that's my E3 story. There's Matt. Actually, where is it? I'll show you Matt's work. Here's Matt's work. Matt did the Atari Extreme section. I hate that you can't see this because of the stupid green screen. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This is Matt's work. You see this, Matt? There's your work. So that's his editorial he did. Tempest 2000. I know it's bright. Okay. We printed this on newsprint. That's why it's not vibrant. But there's this Aliens versus Predator. Okay. I did the layouts for all these. It was crazy. Wolfenstein 3D. Matt put in work. I kept a couple. I'm glad you kept a couple copies. I'm still pissed I lost all those copies though, but I'm going to get this. I'm going to get this digitized. I'm going to get it scanned. I have a copy that I'm going to get scanned and made into a digital magazine, so I don't have to worry. And I'm gonna frame this, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. But anyway. Dude, his daughter's so big now. She's like a teenage girl. Like, time flies. But yeah, they're both still doing good. They're still doing good. Anyway, that is it, people. I will, whoa. The hell's this? I still don't agree with Rob Hill's... Oh, shit. The things people remember. You know what? I loved Way of the Warrior. So I can't... I agreed with him. I love that game. Way of the Warrior, dude. That was the shit. Oh, so funny, Matt. You're killing me. You are killing me. What's the headset you are wearing? Oh, this is the Logitech. So, you didn't see the review I did on this? You guys aren't watching my content. You're only waiting for the Warzone. This is the Logitech wireless G5. I think it's the 502. And so I did a couple of headset reviews. I got the Audis Maxwell, which I loved, right? And then Logitech sent me the G522. It's the G522. And they both have, now mind you, the Audis is like $300 and it works with the PlayStation 5 and the Switch and the PC. This one is only, I think this will work with the PlayStation 2 and the PC. But dude, this thing is so much lighter than the Audis that I don't really feel it. There's no strain from the weight. Like if you game for a long time or do a podcast, like you don't feel the weight. They're super light, and it's got the LEDs, the custom LEDs. It's freaking dope. I really love the SteelSeries. Yep. Well, I became a big fan of these. The Audis. So, obviously there's a weight difference. The Audis are actually made of metal, whereas the Logitech's all plastic. But on a headset, especially a gaming headset, you want plastic. You want it to be lightweight because you know you're going to be gaming for hours. You don't want to you don't want to get neck strain. But this thing's heavy, and like I said, the sound quality on both of these is the same. And don't get me wrong, these are comfortable. They're super comfortable, but they are noticeably heavier. And it's not like oh my god, they're so heavy, but they are heavier. And even though they are made super comfortable, so you don't really feel the weight. when I put the Logitech on my head, it felt like it doesn't even feel like they're there. So because of that, and I went back and forth between the two, and I'm like, the Logitech those are my headsets. That's my headset. Super comfortable, super lightweight, and probably one of the best headsets I've had. No more HyperX. Are those cloth earmuffs? Yes. Whoa, what the hell happened? Yes, I hate the leather ones. They make me sweat, and the leather ones break down. They start to crack after a certain amount of time. So yes, these are cloth. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. Nice soft cloth. Yeah, these are dope. G522. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys for coming. Check out all the features. Check out the membership graphics. There are a bunch of Pac-Man graphics I made for the membership graphics, which is pretty cool. And I will see you guys next week. Matt, thanks for coming on. Daniel, thanks for the tip. And I will see you guys on the next show.